Hey there, everybody. This is Mary Alice Duncan, and I am so excited to have you guys here with me tonight. This is absolutely one of my favorite things in the whole wide world to talk about, and that, of course, is AdvoCare. But I love even more talking specifically to women about AdvoCare. Now, don't get me wrong, the men of AdvoCare are extraordinary. My husband, Philip, is the heartbeat of our AdvoCare team. He is incredible. I love the men of AdvoCare, but I love speaking to women about this incredible vehicle to physical freedom, financial freedom, and time freedom. So this presentation tonight is going to be a little bit different probably than most. If you've ever heard an intro to AdvoCare presentation before, this is probably going to be a little bit different. And the reason is that I want to give you a lot of information, but I also want to give you my heart. If you were coming to my house tonight and sitting down across the kitchen table from me, and I was sharing AdvoCare with you face to face, I would want you to walk out of my house with my heart. I would want you to know how I really feel about what I get to do every day, and that's really what I want to try to convey to you tonight. And there is definitely no coincidence at all that there is a lovely lioness looking you right in the face right now, because we're going to be definitely talking about the lioness tonight as well during this presentation. So again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know there's 1,000 other things that you could be doing right now, and you've chosen to be here. So whether you're a veteran and maybe you went to success school and you want to keep the momentum going, maybe you didn't get to go to success school and you're wanting to generate some momentum, or maybe this is the first time that you've heard anything at all about AdvoCare, welcome. And I appreciate you being here. So let's jump right in. I hope this made you chuckle because as women, I think we all have a lot on our plate, right? We wear so many different hats. We are mom, wife, employee, maybe employer, cook, chauffeur. We do the laundry. We're the house cleaner. There's so many things that we do every single day. That it's often hard to imagine adding one more thing to our already busy plate. So when you look at these images, does any of this feel familiar to you? I feel like in my life, almost every one of these photographs have this resonates with me. I've been there, right? And I think as women, we can look at these and we can say, man, yes, I've been there with my spouse or my partner. Yes, I've been there in my job where I just could not hold my head up. Yes, I've been there with the tension and the stress and the anxiety as a student, wondering, am I going to get through this? Am I going to do as well as I hoped? As a mom, is the mess ever going to go away? As someone who struggled with her weight personally, the bottom left photograph resonates with me as well. Just that feeling of hopelessness, and is it going to ever change? So I hope that this resonates with you. And when we think about our lives, I think oftentimes we are so busy, we have so many emotions, and we have so many things going on that we oftentimes can kind of convince ourselves that we can't do anything else. This busyness, it's a false sense of strength, if you will. We kind of take pride in our busyness. What I want to propose to you, however, is that the busyness of life actually distracts us, takes all of our energy away from that thing in life that we were truly meant to do, and that thing in life is our purpose. We're going to talk a lot tonight about purpose. And when you think about your own purpose, and when you figure out what that is, if you haven't already, I want you to think about the consequences in your life if you do nothing differently. A great mentor of mine told me early in my AdvoCare journey that if nothing changes, nothing changes. So if you have a purpose that's deep within you, whether you know what that is right now or not, whether it's buried deep or not, what are the consequences if you do nothing? So I want to encourage you, as you're listening to this presentation tonight, that you don't get so absorbed in the day-to-day routine. Now, these are all things that are important. Believe me, I have to keep my house clean. I live with people who they got to be cleaned up after. I live with my husband and a little 10-year-old boy, and I'm about to have 3 more living in my house. So I understand that the busy day-to-day things are very important. My family is the most important thing in the world to me. However, I believe that there are some things in this life that have anesthetized us, if you will, to our purpose. And it's time for us, especially as women, to wake up. Okay? There's a book that really has inspired this presentation, and it's called Lioness Arising. It's by an author named Lisa Bevere. Now, let me tell you, it is a faith-based book. This is a product and business opportunity webinar. This is not a faith-based webinar. However, there are some principles in that book that I believe pertain to us as women with these products and with this business. So when you see this lioness who is waking up, and you read this quote from the book, that there is nothing more dangerous than being in the presence of lions when they are fully awake, I want to challenge you with that you do have a purpose. And everything in this world is coming against you to distract you from that purpose, to keep you from accomplishing that thing that you were put here to do. And it's time for you to wake up and be dangerous. Be dangerous to the world so that you can go out and accomplish that thing that you were put here to do. Excuse me. So when we think about lionesses, okay, in the book, Lisa Bevere describes lionesses in this way. You can read these words for yourself. But what I want to challenge you with is, if we as women, if we were lionesses, I don't think that we would be, looking at Pinterest and judging our life by how well other women, make baked goods, right? If we were lionesses, I don't think that we would walk around and say, man, she's more thin and she's more beautiful and her house is bigger and her husband just, seems to love her more and her kids are more well behaved. I don't think that they would be comparing themselves to each other, because you see, lionesses, they know these things about themselves. They're secure in who they are. They work together in the pride. They each have their own role, and each role is important. Lionesses, ladies, are stunning creatures, but even more than that, they know they're stunning. Have you ever seen a lioness carry herself in a way that would make you think that she doesn't know who she is? And that's what I want to challenge you with, is that if you were a lioness, you would know how amazing you are, and you would know that you have a role to play, and you would know how regal, uncompromising, how strong, how fearless, how stunning you are. But guess what? You don't have to be a lioness to know that. Each one of you listening tonight, you are all of those things. You are exactly who you are supposed to be. You were not meant to be tamed. And this world desires to tame us and to keep us caged and to keep us from running free. And ladies, I'm here to tell you tonight, as a woman who used to be caged, we are designed to run free. I love this quote. The key to being free is the revelation that you already are. You are free to choose your thoughts. You are free to choose your words, and you are free to choose your actions. These things create your life. Consistent choices create circumstance. So how does all of this pertain to AdvoCare? I'm going to present AdvoCare to you tonight in such a way that you're going to be presented with a choice, and you're going to be free to choose. You're going to be free to choose what you think about it. You're going to be free to choose what you say about it, and you're going to be free to choose how you act upon it. So I want you to know right now that you have the ability right now to walk out of the circumstances that you are in and be free, because I'm going to present you with a vehicle that's going to be able to get you there. Okay? So as we begin talking about AdvoCare, I want to introduce you to the average American family. Okay? They make about $43,000 a year. but they can't manage to pay off a $2,200 credit card balance. They own their own home. It's worth about $160,000, but they owe about $95,000 on it to the bank. They have about $3,800 in the bank on a good day. They don't have a retirement account. They don't really have any investments. I'd be willing to bet that that little girl right there does not have a college fund, which only means that she's going to grow up and perpetuate the same cycle, only probably a little bit worse than her parents. Okay? If you look down at the bottom, you're going to see that 82% of all Americans hate what they do. Over 60% of working Americans drop a child off at daycare every day, not because they want to, but because they feel that they have no other choice. 66% of all adult Americans are overweight. Ladies, we are spending billions of dollars in the health and wellness industry looking for a solution. We are wiped out. We are exhausted. We are running ourselves into the ground. We are going to jobs that we don't like, and we're giving our best to people that we don't probably care for too much, and we're coming home and we're giving our leftovers to the people that we love the most. You see, as Americans, we're in this vicious cycle, right? We're working just hard enough so that we don't get fired, and we're getting paid just enough so that we won't quit. And that's why every 6 seconds someone starts a home-based business. Okay, that's just the reality. Every 6 seconds. And so my job tonight is to show you why, for you as women, AdvoCare is the best choice. This was me. This was my life before AdvoCare. I was almost 300 pounds at my heaviest. I was exhausted. I was anxious. I suffered from depression. I wasn't the mom. I wasn't the wife that I had always dreamed of being. My family got my leftovers. The couch, honestly, got the best of me. My family got my leftovers. And you see, at 35 years old, I was almost 300 pounds. My little boy, who was 6 years old at that time, looked at me in the eyes and he said, "Mom, if you don't do something different, you're going to die, and I don't want you to die." And that was my wake-up call. So I began to exercise, and I lost 40 pounds in a dress size through hard work, 7 days a week. I wore my body down. I wore myself out. I was anemic. I was so exhausted. I hurt my knees. I hurt my feet. And then AdvoCare was introduced to me. And what I realized when AdvoCare came into my life is that I had to learn how to fuel my lifestyle, that exercise could only take me so far. So I got started on the 24-day challenge, and in 24 days, I lost 7 pounds, 13 inches, and 4 dress sizes. In a year, I'd lost 120 pounds and felt better than I'd ever felt in my entire life. The next 2 years, and now into the 3rd year, I feel better than I've ever felt. I turned 40 this year, you guys, and I feel better at 40 than I felt in my 20s, and that's saying something. Life looks very different today than it did 4 years ago, 5, 10 years ago, because of AdvoCare, because of the products that work, that have fueled our life, that have made us better people, better spouses, better parents, better friends, but also for the opportunity that's allowed us to do things that we never thought possible. You see, when we started AdvoCare about 3.5 years ago, we were broke. We had $146 to our name. Philip and I are both college graduates. This was not supposed to happen to us, but Philip had started his own real estate company and did great for 2 years, and then the economy tanked, and so did our business. So we found ourselves in foreclosure, staring down the barrel of losing everything we owned. Our church was bringing us food, and I needed to lose weight. And so when I introduced my husband to AdvoCare, he said, "Really, Mary Alice, how in the world are we going to afford one more weight loss gimmick?" But thankfully, we were able to see the truth of what AdvoCare is all about. And so we said yes, not just to those products, but also to sharing those products with other people. And in our very first 2 weeks of doing that, of helping other people get the same results that we got, we made $1,500. And that $1,500 got our house out of foreclosure. My eyes were open to a whole new world of possibilities. And I saw that I could be a stay-at-home mom, that I didn't have to go get a job, that I could work from home, help other women, help other men get the results that I was getting, and bring income into my family. Just a little over a year after we started, I was able to retire my husband from his real estate career, and he was able to come home and be a full-time stay-at-home dad. We're now in the process of adopting these 3 beautiful boys that you see here, Emery, Crispin, and Philippe from the Congo. They're going to be home soon. We believe they're going to be home this year, and when they come home, they're coming home to a family that's at home. They're coming home to a family that will not have to worry about therapy or medical treatment or clothing or any basic need that these children have. They're coming home to possibilities for their education and their future that they would have never had. If somebody hadn't woken their mama up, because their mama was asleep 3.5 years ago. Their mama didn't even know that they were out there 3.5 years ago, and wouldn't have if another Lioness sister hadn't woken her up and said, hey, I think I got something that can help you get the weight off. So who is Advocare? Advocare is a world-class nutrition company. We were founded in 1993. We're based out of Plano, Texas. We are a debt-free company, and we have over 70 products in our line. We have 250 years of science behind our products, and we have hundreds of non-paid endorsers. We do 2 things in Advocare. We help people in the areas of health and finances. Guys, it is not more simple. It could not be more simple than that, right? We provide solutions in the areas of health and finances. And we do that because of our founder, Charlie Regis. Charlie was a man of vision and passion, and he knew the importance of nutrition. So he wanted to create the world's finest nutritional products. He also knew, because of his experience in direct sales, that he wanted to use the direct selling model to distribute those products. Charlie knew that direct sales was the best possible opportunity for ordinary people to do something extraordinary. So we are direct sales by design. Guys, if you don't know much about the direct sales industry, I want to encourage you to not listen to Uncle Joe, who has all the answers and none of the money, but do your due diligence, do your research, and figure out why so many people are saying yes and changing their life in direct sales. Okay? The guiding principles that you see on the right, those are actually the principles that Charlie wrote out on a napkin. These are the things that he believed to be the highest truths, and these are still the principles that guide our company today. So Charlie had all the vision, but he didn't have the knowledge. He didn't have the knowledge he needed to develop these products. So he put together a brain trust, the best of the best in science, nutrition, research, kinesiology, pharmacology, sports medicine, research, you name it. These are the men and women behind the products of Advocare. I want to specifically point out to you Dr. Stanley J. Dudrick. As women, this is probably going to resonate with you because either you yourself have had a child who was born prematurely, or you certainly know someone who has. Probably that child was kept alive through total parental nutrition or intravenous feeding. Dr. Dudrick is the man who pioneered that technology. He is known in the medical community as the father of the IV. Dr. Dudrick is knighted in 3 countries. He has an impeccable reputation in the medical world, and he does not have to risk his reputation for Advocare every day, but he chooses to do so simply because he knows how important it is that people learn how to fuel their bodies the right way. Now, the little green check mark that you see at the bottom of the screen is informed choice. The FDA regulates the supplement industry very closely, actually, but we typically only hear from them when something goes wrong, right? Advocare chooses to submit our products for testing, which we are not required to do. We submit our products to Informed Choice. It's the largest independent testing firm in the world. We are 100% banned substance-free, toxin-free, and contaminant-free, and we contain the highest quality and concentration of all the active ingredients. Now that's important. That's so important to me as a mom. That's so important to all of our endorsers who are paid by Advocare in product. Guys, that speaks so highly of our products. And so I want to talk to you about our products. How many of you have ever gotten on a plane and seen this? Now, I will tell you that I was a big scaredy cat, and I did not fly until I was 30 years old. Okay, and honestly, I only did it because my family was going to Disney World with my in-laws, and I didn't want to be the only one that didn't get to go. And I honestly didn't want to drive by myself. So I got on a plane, and I'll never forget when the flight attendant came forward and said, in the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen mask will deploy. And then she begins to instruct you to put the mask on yourself first. And I remember actually being offended that she would want me to put that thing on my face first before I help my son. And my husband, who always has a cooler head, says to me, you know what, Mary Alice, if you didn't put it on yourself first, you would probably pass out, and then Jack, would have no hope. And honestly, when I think about AdvoCare, I think about AdvoCare in the exact same way. How often do we as women, because of that full plate of life that we saw at the beginning, because we're always so busy, because women by nature, we're just givers, right? We have kids. We want to help our kids. We want to help our spouse. But if we're not taking care of ourselves first, no one is going to get the best of us. No one is going to get the best of what they deserve, right? And so that's where our products come in. That's where the 24-day challenge comes in. You see, when AdvoCare found me and I was so obese, my husband certainly wasn't getting the best of me. My son wasn't getting the best of me. And when I began to take care of myself, that's when I began to realize my worth and my value. But I was also then able to give what I'd always wanted to give to the people and to the things in my life that mattered to me. And so if you're looking tonight for a solution, whether it be for weight loss or whether it be for energy or just renewed health, whatever you're looking for, the 24-day challenge can be a great place to start. Now, this isn't going to be where everybody starts, okay? But the person who invited you to watch tonight, they're going to know, because they're going to know the questions to ask you. And they're going to make sure that you get started on the products that are right for you. So when we look at the 24-day challenge, this is a wellness kickstart. It's not a weight loss program per se. Now, because we are an obese nation, people lose weight on the 24-day challenge because we're going to help you change some habits, right? We're going to fuel your body with elite nutrition. So good things are going to start to happen. So the 24-day challenge, the first 10 days are a cleanse. Now, it's not scary. It's nothing that you need to camp out in your bathroom. If you work outside of the home, you're going to be great. You're going to be able to continue on with your regular day. Don't worry about that. But you're going to be eating. You're going to eat every 2 to 3 hours throughout the day. This is an eating program, and everyone claps, right? This is amazing. You get to eat and lose weight. People are so backwards in their thinking sometimes that you have to deprive yourself in order to lose weight. The opposite is true. Your body's a machine. It needs fuel. So we're going to give it fuel every 2 to 3 hours. You're going to take the products that are going to help to detox your system down to a cellular level. You're going to have a fiber drink in the morning. You've got a probiotic as well that helps to replace the good gut flora. And then you're going to have some herbal cleanse tablets that you take at night before you go to bed. You're also going to have some Omegaplex, which helps to reduce inflammation in the body, which is key when you're trying to get healthier, also when you're trying to lose weight. Now, you're going to drink Spark every day. Spark is our mental focus and energy drink. It's 3 to 5 hours of great mental focus. It helps me be the mom I want to be. It helps me be present instead of, in Never Never Land or wishing that I was back in the bed or anywhere else but here, right? So when you move into the second phase of the 24-day challenge, that's when you're going to begin to supplement, and you're going to continue to eat every 2 to 3 hours, lean and clean. And you're going to take the products that you see in the purple boxes. The MNS3 is our wellness formula of vitamins. We also have an MNS-C for appetite control and an MNS-E for energy. These are going to be your strip packs of vitamins that you take every day. This is rocket fuel. You're going to feel amazing on this product, and the person who's helping you is going to help you choose the product that's right for you. You're also going to have a meal replacement shake every morning for breakfast. It's 24 grams of carbs, 24 grams pre-digested protein, perfect way to start the day. This is the 24-day challenge, you guys. It's simple. It's so doable. It fits right into your day, whether you are a stay-at-home mom, a work-from-home mom, a work outside of the home mom, whatever your lifestyle, this is going to fit right in. There are some companion products to the 24-day challenge. Your coach is going to ask you questions and make sure that you're getting all of the products that are right for you. There are going to be some of you who are looking to not only lose weight, or maybe not even lose weight, but to up your fitness game. And that's where our Performance Elite products come into play. This is our Performance Elite timeline. If you go to advocare.com/elite, you will see our Performance Elite timeline there. But basically what this is going to show you, based upon the duration of your workout, the type of workout that you're doing, and the intensity of your workout, this is going to show you exactly how to fuel that workout so that you are maximizing benefit. And who doesn't want to do that? I know that I do not have a minute to waste in the gym, and so I want to be sure that I'm maximizing my workout. And this is one of my very favorite transformation stories. I grin from ear to ear every time I see it. This is one of my dearest friends in Advocare, Whitney Gladden. She's also a diamond distributor. She's a former lawyer. Her husband, Lee, is also a former lawyer, both stay-at-home parents. Because of the Advocare opportunity, Whitney saw this as a way to be able to spend more time with her kids. What she did not anticipate was being able to transform her body from already thin into complete and total fit mom. Whitney had always had a dream of being a fitness model, and the transformation that you see here happened with, obviously, dedication, but also with the Advocare Performance products, and it's a 4-month transformation. Whitney recently competed in her very first competition at 37 years old, and she placed in the top 10 in the fitness model category. She is right now in Los Angeles. Not Los Angeles, I apologize. Let me say this correctly. Las Vegas. She's in Las Vegas right now, competing in her second at age 38. So I'm so proud of her. This just shows you again that it doesn't matter what your goal is. It doesn't matter if you are a lawyer or a stay-at-home mom or thin or overweight. Advocare products and Advocare opportunity can be a blessing to you if you see it the way that we see it. Now, this is something that I'm super excited about, because here's what I know. I know that every woman watching wants to feel beautiful, right? We all do. It's within us to want to feel our best and look our best. And Advocare has an incredible new skincare line, SYS, or Supplement Your Skin. You know, obviously we are nutrition companies. We know how important it is to fuel our bodies with elite level nutrition. And what you're going to find with these products is that this is nutrition for your skin. Your skin is your largest organ, and it is so important that we care for it. And so I have to tell you that I just got my products today. They were released on Friday. I just got them today. I'm actually looking at them as I talk to you. And as soon as I'm done with this webinar, this girl's going to the bathroom and I'm going to do my regimen, because I desire to have beautiful skin. And I have had a hard time finding something that works for me at 40. So there are going to be women who aren't quite ready yet for the internal change. Okay? They're not going to be ready to make the wholesale change, to commit to, you know, the lifestyle. But they're going to be ready to work on their skin. And we're so thankful that Advocare is so forward-thinking that they provided us with such an excellent skincare line. So I can't wait to do another webinar soon and to give my updated SYS results. But this is something that we are very, very excited about. So when we talk about getting involved in Advocare, I want you guys to know that you have choices. We talked about that at the beginning. You have options. You know, you're free to choose in Advocare. And you can choose to be a retail customer. And what that means is that you can buy products from the person who's helping you at full retail cost. Okay? You can also purchase products as a wholesale customer. What this means is that you sign up for $79 with the person who's helping you. Okay? That's going to get you your very own website. That's going to also get you about $60 in free product that's going to come to you in a kit. And that's going to immediately get you a 20 to a 30% discount based upon the size of your order. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a sale girl, and I will go straight to the sale rack in the store before I go anywhere else. It just doesn't matter how much money I earn. That's just me. I don't want to pay full price for anything if I don't have to. Now, by default, whenever you become a wholesale customer, you have the right but not the obligation to distribute the products. This means that when people notice that your waistline is getting smaller, when they notice that your purse is getting fatter, when they notice that your skin is glowing and radiant, when they notice that you're on time, that you're smiling, they're going to want to know what you've got your hands on. And as a distributor, you can make a little bit of extra money part-time. But advisor is really where it's at, and I'm going to show you why. We're going to talk about advisor quite a bit for the rest of the presentation. But advisor is, it can be someone who just wants the highest discount level. At no point in AdvoCare are you ever obligated to sell product. At no point in AdvoCare are you ever obligated to have a minimum quota or, an auto ship or anything like that. Nothing like that. Even at the advisor level, you can have a lifetime 40% discount on your products and just enjoy that if that floats your boat. Or if you have a business mindset and you see this as a way to help you get out of debt, or to help you bring your husband home from his job, or to get you out of the job that you don't want to go to every day, or to maybe take a vacation and not have to put it on a credit card. Or if you're like us and you see this as a way to fund your hopes and dreams and build a legacy, that's amazing. You can do that as an advisor, okay? So why? People always say to me, okay, what's the big deal about advisor? And I love this quote because it makes me think, often it is enough to know others who have crossed the bridge before us and found their way safely to the other side. Sometimes those who falter simply need a glance back from a sister who is already there. The look back is enough to communicate, hey sister, I'm out here. And not only is it all clear, it's all good. And this quote is actually from the book Lioness Arising. And it makes me think about advisor, because when I'm over on the other side and I've committed fully to AdvoCare and I've got a lifetime 40% discount and I've opened up 5 streams of income, it is so easy for me to always reach back to the other women in my life and say, it's great over here. It's awesome over here. Come on. If I'm hesitant and I'm still a distributor and I'm kind of playing around with it and I'm thinking, I'm kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, it's not quite so easy to do that. But when I'm committed as an advisor, I've got a 40% discount for life. That means I'm earning the maximum whenever I sell a product to someone at full retail cost. It means I'm earning the maximum whenever I help a girlfriend sign up to get their own discount. I'm going to earn the difference between our discounts. It means I'm earning the maximum of the residual forms of income, which are overrides and leadership bonuses. AdvoCare pays us as advisors 2 streams of residual income. I don't know if you know this, but residual income is an income that's going to grow and pay you over time. The jobs I had before never paid me over time. If I didn't show up to work that day, I wasn't getting paid. But I can tell you the truth. Right now, I'm sitting on my couch with my sweats on, and I hung out with my little boy today at a climbing gym, and I've made money all day because that's how AdvoCare works. I'll make money tonight when I go to sleep. I'll make money in 5 years for the work that I did 2 years ago. That's the beauty of residual income. Another great thing about residual income is that our business is willable. Now, ladies, think about that. If you have children, your business is willable. If something were to happen to you and your spouse, you've got a business that's willable to your children, and your children can continue to get paid. How incredible is that? I don't know anywhere else in America you can go and take a job and they'll say, you know what, if something happens to you, we're going to keep sending your paycheck to your kids. This is remarkable. And on top of all of that, as an advisor, we're also eligible for trips and incredible incentives. One of the biggest incentives that AdvoCare offers is our rookie bonus incentive. When you become an advisor, you have 3 pay periods, which is essentially 6 weeks, to help sponsor 3 new distributors. That means you're helping at least 3 people see a little bit more with AdvoCare. You're helping them see the benefit of a discount. And you're generating $3,000 of volume within those distributors. by helping them get what they want and by helping them share with their friends and family. You do that over the course of 6 weeks, you've got an automatic $500 coming your way. That's remarkable. Advocare pays out so much in these rookie bonuses. People are earning them in one pay period. They're not taking the entire 3 pay periods to do it. So this is an incredible way to earn some income quickly if you're like we were and you're needing that. Now, my favorite incentive that we have in Advocare are the trips. When we began our journey 3.5 years ago, we had never been on a family vacation by ourselves. My in-laws had always taken us places, but they'd always paid for it, which meant that, there was always that little bit of guilt in the back of our mind. And I'll never forget going to Disney World and having to ask for money to buy our son a T-shirt. It's not magical when you have to know that you're dependent on someone else to do that. So when we went to our first success school 3.5 years ago, they announced the Lioness incentive. They announced also that it was a family incentive, and I knew, oh my goodness, you guys, I knew I had to do everything I could to get my little boy to Atlantis because he loves animals, and I knew if I could give him the opportunity to swim with dolphins, that I had to do that. And so we went to work, and in 6 months, we earned the Atlantis incentive. And here's my Jack, who just a few short months earlier had looked me in the eyes and said, "Mom, I'm scared you're going to die." And here he is with his mom, who is so much healthier, swimming with dolphins in Atlantis. I'm telling you, this lifted his lid, you guys. This lifted his lid for what he believes is possible. And then a little bit later here, Philip and I are in Hawaii on the Honolulu Bay incentive, cruising around the Nepali coast with some of the best people we've ever met in our life. And these are all people in Advocare that we would have never, ever known were it not for this incredible opportunity. And you see, Charlie Regis knew that. Charlie knew that the purpose of the trips was not just to take you somewhere beautiful. Charlie knew that if he could take you somewhere beautiful and put you around people who speak life and hope, then he could send you back into your environment, back into your job and your workplace where it's probably very negative. And you could be a difference maker there. You could impact change there. And I will tell you that that's what these trips have done for us. The next trip coming up in December, my husband and I did earn this trip, and we are so excited. It's a cruise on the Wind Spirit, I believe. It's a sailing yacht, one of the largest in the world, through the Panama Canal around Costa Rica. It's going to be remarkable, and we can't wait for that. The latest incentive that was just announced is a family trip again to Destin, Florida. It's called Kids on the Coast. And I'm telling you, if you're listening right now and you haven't even signed up yet to be a part of Advocare, you can earn that trip. Okay? Anything is possible in this company. That's the beauty of Advocare. Now, when I sit down with a new distributor, I always like to ask them what their dreams and goals and visions are for their family and what level of income is going to impact them and make a difference. You see, when I graduated college, I graduated with a social work degree, and so I took a job working in the inner city in Nashville making $21,000 a year. I was great with that because I loved what I did, but I was on call 24 hours a day. I always had to wear a pager because when you're working with kids in crisis, you never know when they're going to need you. And so, whether I worked 8 hours that day or 18 hours or 10 hours or whatever, or whether it was a day at the office or a day on the streets or a day in the schools, it didn't matter. I was bringing home $21,000 because somebody else determined my value. And in Advocare, ladies, you get to determine your value. You can be a stay-at-home mom like me and earn a diamond income. I determined that's what I'm worth. I determined that's what my time is worth. It's what my husband's time is worth. You get to determine your worth, okay? So if you look at the silver level of leadership, that's $1,000 a month. And I would dare say that there are some of you sitting on this presentation tonight, and $1,000 a month would change everything for you. I know, I've been there. At the beginning of our Advocare journey, all we could see was $500 a month. that would have gotten our house out of foreclosure. That would get the average person's house out of foreclosure. An extra $500 a month. Look at what you're sitting on, you guys. If you look at 3-star gold, that brings a mom home. That brings a mom home from a part-time, sometimes even a full-time job. If you look at Ruby, Ruby is one of our benchmark leadership levels in Advocare. My mentor, Brooks Reed, reached Ruby in 89 days. 89 days to reach a Ruby level income. But Ruby is a benchmark because you have some serious choices when you're bringing home over $80,000 a year in a very part-time, very Plan B income. Okay? So you get to look on this chart and you get to decide where you want to be, and then you get to lock arms with your mentor, with the person who's helping you, because they're going to match you step for step. That's what we do in this business. You're not working this business alone. You get to work this with someone who's been there, done that, kind of like the quote from a little while ago, who's already on the other side, who reaches back for you and says, come on, it's great over here. Let me show you how. And we do that for you so that you can turn back and reach back for the women in your life who need to see a chart like this, who need to see what they're worth, who need to see that this is possible for them and their family and for the women in their life. So this is the biggest question always when someone is looking at Advocare is, okay, that sounds great. You know, the products sound great. The opportunity sounds great, but how? It's very simple, you guys. Purpose plus process equals provision. Now, I don't know if you've been taking notes. You probably haven't, and that's fine with me. But if you don't remember anything else, I want you to remember this, because whether or not you say yes to Advocare or not, this is going to be applicable to you in your life. I believe that. Purpose plus process equals provision. Now, I've already told you guys, this is my purpose. We have 3 sons in the Congo that are coming home, we believe, this year, and they are my purpose. We're fighting for them to bring them home. And I use these images to hopefully stir your heart. Your purpose may not be the orphans of the world, and that is okay. Your purpose might be to get debt-free. Your purpose right now might be that you just want to be able to buy a new pair of shoes and not have to worry that that's going to take food out of your kid's mouth. You know, your purpose might be a ministry that's on your heart, or maybe giving. You know, I don't know what your purpose is, but you do. And so in Advocare, that's step number 1, is unlocking your purpose, figuring out your purpose, and writing it down, making it plain, keeping it in front of you, and knowing that that's what you're fighting for. Because when you're fighting for your purpose, it doesn't matter if people say no. It doesn't matter if your friends want to know, you know, what kind of deal you're involved in, or if people say to you that our products don't work, or if, you know, if they tell you you're crazy or don't talk to me about that thing you're doing. It doesn't matter, because your purpose is so big that all of that's going to fall by the wayside, and it's not going to keep you from getting where you want to go. Your purpose is going to restore your roar, okay? Your purpose is what's going to wake you up, like we talked about in the beginning. Your purpose is going to be that thing that shines bright in front of you every morning, forces you to get out of bed and fight again, okay? And you take that purpose and you add it to the process of Advocare. And in Advocare, that process is called the success system. And it's called the success system for a reason, because it's what the successful people do in Advocare. It's what every diamond, platinum, double diamond, and triple diamond have done to get where they are, over and over and over and over again. So what's the process? The process is you take your products, you develop your own product story, you look great, you feel great, you tell people about that. You share your story. You're not a product salesperson. No way. Never once in 3.5 years have I ever felt like a product salesperson. If you feel like a product salesperson in Advocare, you're doing it wrong. We don't tell people about the products. We tell our story. And then you invite them to hear more, right? And I've chosen these photographs because you're always working with a mentor. You're always working with someone who's been there. You're always inviting people to speak with someone who can help them get from where they are to where they want to go, just like they're helping you. This is a process. And when you take that purpose and you add it to the process, you're going to have the provision that you need to achieve the purpose. Now, when we look at AdvoCare and we look at timing, I want you to know right now that there's never been a better time to get involved. Okay? We are on pace to be a billion-dollar company within the next year or so. And because AdvoCare has such a great payout plan, we pay out 60 cents on every dollar. That's $600 million coming back out to the distributor base. Now, ladies, that's quite an opportunity for a stay-at-home mama. Okay? You know, I don't know anywhere else in the world I could go and get a job and trade hours for dollars and get paid that kind of income. And I get to do this with my family by my side. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing for women. So when we're looking at getting involved in AdvoCare, obviously you have choices, right? You can choose to buy retail. You can choose to have anywhere from a 20 all the way up to a 30% discount, or you can see the advisor level. And I hopefully have shown you why I believe advisor is important. And the big thing for advisor is not that, you know, you buy this, you know, large amount of product, that you make this huge investment on your own. If you can, that's certainly the best way to do it. It's a $2,100 investment. Basically, that means you're getting $3,000 of retail product coming to your house. You can consume that. You can sample that. You can sell that. It's totally up to you what you do with it. It's your product. It's any combination of products that you want, okay? When you do that, you're an advisor for life. You've got a lifetime 40% discount. The only thing you have to do is renew your membership once a year for $50. And you have 5 streams of income open to you. You are open for business, maximizing everything AdvoCare has to offer. Now, I realize that not everybody can make that kind of investment. I certainly could not. I advisor. My mentor said to me, Mary Alice, how many people can we talk to and how fast? So I put them on the phone with 30 people over the course of 3 days, and in 3 days' time, I was an advisor. So it doesn't matter, again, how you get there. It just matters that you do it quickly, okay? Getting to advisor quickly is going to set the pace not only for your own business, but for the people who come behind you, okay? On top of that, we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Now, what that means is that you have 1 full year, 1 year to decide if this is for you or not. And if it's not, you can box up anything that's unopened or unused, ship it back to AdvoCare, and we will refund your money, no questions asked. Okay? Again, I don't know where else in America you can go and have that kind of risk-free opportunity. So I want to leave you with this quote. If ever there comes a time when the women of the world come together purely and simply for the benefit of mankind, it would be a force such as the world has never known. I love that quote because, as I said in the beginning, in AdvoCare, we work together. A lot of us have husbands involved in the business. A lot of women are not married. It doesn't matter whether you are single, widowed, divorced, married, parent, not a parent. It doesn't matter. When we work together in this incredible vehicle called AdvoCare, we truly can change the world because we have products that can impact the lives of men and women across this country, restoring health, helping them become better than they've ever been before. And we have a financial opportunity that is absolutely 100% unrivaled. And when we come together and we work together with this incredible opportunity, there's nothing that we can't do. I believe that. So girls, I want to challenge you. I want to leave you with this. I want to challenge you tonight. Don't let the busyness of life keep you from your purpose. Don't let the busyness of life keep you asleep. It's time to wake up and realize that you were created for more. You were created to do amazing things. And I truly believe that if you see this the way that I see it, that AdvoCare can be the vehicle that can allow you to do just that. So I hope this was great for you guys tonight. I appreciate you being here with me. I've loved it. Be blessed. Please get back with the person who is helping you, and they're going to be able to help you get started in whatever way works best for you. Looking forward to talking soon. Have a great night. Bye-bye.